Hello, Emily from Palisade Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways you can improve your website and actually beat your competition online. So at the end of the video, if you guys do want to hear more information though, we could just set up a 5-10 minute phone call. If not, no big deal. I'm actually going to give you a bunch of free tips and strategies in the video, and you guys could apply those right to your site. Or if you have someone that works on that for you already, that you could show them and they could do it too. Alright, so everything I will show you today you could do yourself. So the first thing we'll talk about is content, then we'll talk about citations and backlinks. So to start out, I'm on your website, Palisade Roofing, as you can see. And I'm just looking to see what you guys have on here. Now, I know it's a business site, so you might be a little bit limited for some of the things you could do. But you guys have some really nice pictures of jobs that you've worked on. I see you guys have some good deals here, some call-outs, which are good for bringing in customers and very important for having those on your pages. You got some good reviews over here, which is good. And some about us, as well as a lot more pictures, which is good. All right, awesome. So what Google really cares about, though, is this, right? They care about the actual content. And they recommend having about 1,500 words of content. The more, the better. And you guys definitely, are a little short of that. You definitely could add more. But I'm also going to show you another one. So Vanderpool Roofing, they're one of the top companies here. If we look at a little search here of roofing in Kingsport. We're going to find Vanderpool as the first actual company that shows up. This is just Better Business Bureau, which is a directory. So they're one of the top ones for online. And so we're going to kind of look at their page and see what they're doing, right? So that's who we want to compete with. And they can actually help us because they can kind of show us what they're doing. And we can do some of the same things for them. So looking at their page, we're going to find they are way under 1,500 words. This is all they have for content, probably a couple hundred there. And, ideally, they're going to want to have a lot more as well. So we already know, right, if we beat them in all 3 things that we talk about, all topics today, that we're going to be able to beat them online. So number 1, content, we know we could easily beat them. They've only got maybe 200 to 300 words of content here. So getting ahead of that wouldn't be too difficult. The other important part of the content, though, is you want to be able to put keywords into the content. You don't want just content. So the more content you do have, the more keywords you can put in. I've just put in roofing Kingsport TN as an example. And keywords are just groups of words that people search pretty frequently, and the most common searched things that people search. And this is what brings in, obviously, customers. So for you guys, obviously, roofing would be important. That's your industry. And so if you put this in, this is what you're going to find. Let's hop down to the organic section below the map pack. We'll talk about that first, then we'll actually go up to the top after. So in order to get here, you need to have a lot of content on your page, 1,500 words to 2,000. You're going to want to have keywords in that content like I showed you above. And you're also going to want to have backlinks, which we haven't talked about yet. So I took your website, your Palisade Roofing.ne, your business site, and we can see here there's nothing really showing up. It's not really registering, although we do have 5 visitors to your site, which is interesting considering that there's no keywords, because typically you need the keywords to find the visitors. So I don't really have much to show you here. So what I'm going to do is hop over to Vanderpool Roofing. And what I want to talk about is this number here, the UR. And this is Google's trust in your site. And the way to get this is to have other sites pointing back at your site. So right now, they have 33 referring domains, which your website's pointing back at them. Now, backlinks and referring domains are really linked together because the backlinks are the links on these referring domains or on these websites. And what happens is people click these backlinks and they're going to be redirected to their website. So they're going to be redirected to vanderpoolroofing.com, for instance. And so let's look at the referring domains. So out of the 33 that they have, we can see 23 of them are pretty strong. And the more that you have pointing back at you, these sites are vouching for you, kind of giving, and they're going to help Google to trust you more, saying, okay, they have strong sites pointing at them, we could trust them. So the higher this number goes, the more keywords you'll be found for. They have 20 right now. And that's going to bring about 50 actual visitors to their website, which is what they're seeing right now, about 50 visitors to their site. Now, 50 visitors would probably be between maybe 10, 15 calls on a conservative note, maybe even 10 to 20 calls per month to your site, depending on what the percentage is that you guys would actually turn those into customers, would depend. So we know now we have to have that as well to rank in the organic section. And as long as we have more than Vanderpool, we can beat them. And you're probably thinking that's a good amount they have. But actually, this is what we can do. Ready? We can click their referring domains or websites pointing back. We can find their strongest ones. We can actually go to them. And we can get the same ones, right? All we have to do is register with that site or get our information added. Sometimes there is a little fee, sometimes there's not. So we can get the same one. So we can basically expect to get these same results that they have. We'd be able to get the same amount of trust here, same amount of visitors, keywords, and then we'll add more obviously, so we'll be able to beat them. All right, so the other thing that we have on any Google search here is normally you'd have ads, and since no one's paying for them right now in Kingsport, if you guys wanted to pay for ads, you would really be the only show in town if you got on this top part, because there's no one else, so you'd have no one to compete with, so you'd be getting some easy clicks from that, which would be some more jobs for you. And then also in this map section, the top 3 here, these are going to be where you want to be, right? The top 3 are going to get 30% of the business. And the way to get this is through citations, and that's our third topic. And that's just, citations are just anywhere you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. And these are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor. It could be Facebook, social media, LinkedIn, all that. And you just want to make sure that they're related to your industry and that they're strong ones, because otherwise they're not going to help you as much. But if they all have 30, you ideally want to get about 130 just so you're way ahead of them and you don't have to worry about losing your spot. And these 3 will get a lot. You can see Vanderpool's here. So they show up in the map section and in the organic section here. So just to quickly review, if we add lots, we need 1,500 words to 2,000 words of content to get in this organic section with keywords in our content. We're going to want to add those backlinks and referring domains to get your site up in here in the organic and get in the top 3 to 1 here. And we actually know that this is a directory here, Better Business Bureau. So we actually know that this is an easy spot to take. Plus, their numbers weren't crazy for Vanderpool, so we could definitely get ahead of them. Then you want to get your citations in order. And getting in that top 3 is going to get you even more calls. And if you wanted to do ads, you could pay for those as well and get up there. And you'd be the only one. All right, guys, so that's what I wanted to show you today. Some 3 ways you guys could improve your site. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll give you a call anyway just to follow up and see if this was helpful. I hope it was. That's really what I'm trying to do here. But thank you guys for your time and have a great day.